Hello and welcome to Goa365's Assembly Audit, and with me Glenn Costa are the senior journalist Gurudas Bab Sawal and senior politician and national spokesman of the TMC Trajan Bab Dimelo. So I would like to introduce Gurudas Bab first. Now, Gurudas Bab is a very senior journalist. He's been watching all these things for a very long time, and for I don't know, many times, as they say, history repeats itself. There's nothing original as far as history is concerned, but there is. So this assembly, I would like Gurudas Bab, when he starts off, to go back a little bit on history from the time which he saw Jalmi and all those days, which were very fiery days. I know, because I have met Jalmi. We used to go and watch him there in the old assembly. Then Parikar's time, and then afterwards now with Sawant's time. What exactly is the difference between those assemblies? Sajan Bab, you also during Willy's time and all that. Sawant Bab.
In fact, there is no difference.
Okay, I didn't expect this.
Yeah, because they have been playing the trick. When MGP government or the Congress used to fight them with them, saying why you are taking session only for 2 days, 3 days.
Okay.
Then BJP came. Now Congress is fighting with BJP also. In that time, when Parikar was there, he used to criticize this government, Congress and even MGP government. He was that time that we are trying to stop our voice. You are not allowing us to speak enough and all that. When he became Chief Minister Parikar, he did the same thing.
Okay.
Budget session 5 days. In July, that rainy season session is about 15-20 days. And one more session in somewhere, because just to meet the 6 months gap. Similarly, they have done today. Because this session actually is a one day session.
Yeah, yesterday nothing happened.
Nothing happened. Even today also. Today normally it is a question hour and then private members bill or whatever business is there. But now they have changed the policy, and even on Fridays they are taking government business. And same thing, though there are only 3 Congress MLAs, 2 Ahmad MLAs, 1 independent, 1 this thing. They are taking the government to task. Parikar was very good at answering all the questions, any question of any minister. Now Pramod Sawant is doing the same thing.
He's trying to do this.
He is trying to do the same thing. But I think partially he is successful. Yeah. It depends how the opposition grills you. Okay. And when Parikar, this Dr. Jalmi was there, we were sitting in this old Adil Shah Palace.
Yeah.
Very small auditorium, very small press gallery, and
you all were in the press. We were students, used to go there to see
and
him,
about
and then
10 to 20 people in the
Joshi's place later.
Public gallery. Now we are having about, I think, 3 or 4 blocks for public, 2 for press and all that. So, but the same thing is continuous. They shout, and there is no answer from the government. Same old story.
So, Rajan Bab, what do you feel? You've been in government and opposition also.
What I can see is the sanctity of the proceedings of the House no more exist.
It was there earlier?
There was a time, I will tell you, there was a time, like as he brought out Jalmi and all those time, they used to come well prepared.
They used to,
They used to come well prepared, and those ministers also
were prepared.
Pratap Singh Rane, Dr. Wilfred D'Souza, all these, Luis Falero, Sardina, they used to also come prepared. But it was a real fierce debate. And whatever was on this floor of the House, government made a lot of efforts to fall in line with that. Today it has become more of a joke. I am not saying that time we have toppled governments by joining hands with the MGP and so forth. Can you ever think of toppling a government here?
Tough.
Because the opposition are not trusting each other. Am I right or wrong?
Yes,
okay.
sure.
I will interrupt you. I'm going to come back to you, but I'm going to ask you one question. Now, today there was a heated discussion. Like you were saying, it's just that, that whatever, they're just trying to do this jumla. Now, there is a issue, serious issue. You are from North. Both of you all are from North.
Yes.
Living in North.
Correct.
Serious issue about water. Serious issue about sewage, water, and a lot of outsiders who are coming and taking over North Goa. Now, as today there was a discussion in the assembly also, including the BJP MLA himself brought it up. The leader of opposition brought it up. CM, but CM is saying, see today, what is the actual rate? The CM is saying no. If once the Tilari Dam is there, then there will be water. Sudhin Davlikar came last time in PWC, 24 hours water. Is it possible? Because as far as I know, many parts of North Goa, especially on the coastal belt, get water every alternative after 2-3 days. One. Second thing is there are a lot of 5 stars, big hotel, 200 rooms, 200 rooms, 300. See, I'm not talking about villas. Villas are small, 3, 4, 5, 6 rooms. Also, they are there. Huge hotels. One, these people, and the thing is, these people have built wells and they supply to these hotels. One, these non-Goans come and they give their thing to. They come here, they buy small plot of land and they give it to other migrants. They have no toilets, they go and shit in the streets, they build septic tanks next to the wells, so half of North Goa wells are gone. But I don't think the government is willing to admit, or if they don't know what's happening on the ground, half an hour water if you get every alternate day is a great thing. I don't know, you all admit, तुम्ही दोन्ही Saurabh तुम्ही Purvanchal and you are staying in Kiri, you are not aware, what is the actual state, and is that what is happening in coastal belt and all? What, you know, we know that a majority of the punches in this coastal belt, they are the ones only who are supplying water to the hotels. How will any action be taken against anybody? And most of these people who come there, in fact there was a fight the other day when one local was beaten up so badly in the middle of the street by two tourists.
Street to main road,
on the main road, and none of the tourists even, if it was anywhere else in the state, in the country, they would have beaten up that. It was very cool. The fellow was injured. So how are they doing it? Because the cops are useless, the politicians are supporting all these outsiders. What is going on, you tell me?
See, you said just now, even some that BJP MLA also from the north,
he himself spoke.
Yeah. And what he himself spoke, he himself has been all the conversions as the ODP chairman, as a PDA chairman. You see, these people might tell me one thing, that we are going to reach to a stage today, what we have reached. Are you seeing it now? For the last 15 years, this government is running. This is going on. And every time this has been raised, unless we are playing with a short memory, from where the water will come?
The ones are not playing, don't have short memory, don't you think?
They are having short memory, but I will tell you one thing. That memory will finally come to such a standstill that there will be a revolution.
But
1 minute. When? At this time. 1 minute. And when that happens, it will not be able to control by any government. It has happened in earlier days. It has happened. You saw how we brought Konkani, how we got statehood, how we scrapped the TCP plan. That you see the regional.
I'll just bring in Subhashish. He's there with us from the assembly. Yeah, Subhashish, what's happening in the assembly? We've got a break. What is the scene? Yesterday there was hardly any assembly. I don't know.
In for the tea break, and since it's a short assembly, there hasn't been much that has been brought up for discussion. Whatever has been given very little time to be discussed, be questioned and answered. But a few pressing issues were taken up here. One was regarding the green cess, where the opposition is claiming there's a big scam. Then also water supply, which is a major issue in the state here, was brought for debate, but there was no real concrete discussion that was really done, where it was all blamed on the Tilari Canal damage. But the ground reality speaks a lot different. There's a lot to be discussed here, but due to the time constraints, a lot of issues have not got the desired or the required time to be debated and really a solution to be discussed about it.
Now, what about that? There was like so many incidents, 3-4 incidents in the past, and a very grave one that happened when those two tourists beat up this local on the main highway. Did that come up in the assembly? Are the MLAs, Saliga MLAs and Kalangut MLAs and all these MLAs, Home Minister, are they blind? Has that come up? It's amazingly, I don't know. The other day, in Morji, Arambol, some of these guys from wherever outside UP, Himachal, wherever they are, they stabbed and killed a local who was on the beach. Have these incidents come up in the assembly?
No, these kind of issues have surprisingly remained very silent in the assembly, and the ground reality obviously speaks a different truth, where actual locals have been facing the brunt of these tourists when they are acting in a very rude and sort of bossy manner, as if there is no law or rule that applies to them, where they can do what they please and are let go quite easily. But this discussion, which is very important and something that locals have been asking for a long time, as to what is the security and what is our safety here in the state, is not very much discussed in the assembly. It has not been brought up for debate. Neither has anyone been questioning the government as to what it is doing to safeguard the actual citizens, the locals of the state here.
See these issues now, for example, how I can talk about it, because these issues we are facing with the locals. I personally have faced this dadagiri of these tourists. So what do we do now? Do we tell the government that we are going to take our laws in our hands? Because it is possible, we can do it. We don't have a problem. If the police and these do not support Goans, see, I am Glenn, I am for Goans. I'm not concerned about anything else. Now, why are the cops here? They are for the Goans. We are not in Delhi. Like, I know Asagam has become a mini Delhi. We are not in Delhi. We are in Goa. So, if the police and the politicians do not go for Goans, so what do Goans do? Take law in their own hands? Goans are getting beaten up. Goans are getting killed. And what are the cops and what are the politicians doing? What are the MLAs? 40 MLAs in the assembly doing? I know I'm very upset. Because this has not been discussed, you're saying, and this is the last day, second day of the assembly. Anything has been discussed. I think when you meet the MLAs in this, I think we should ask them why these topics are not brought up for the assembly. Don't you think?
Right, definitely. I mean, the discussion of police also has been repeatedly taken up here in the media, where police are more against the victims rather than the accused, and such heinous crimes are happening a lot. And even in such cases, the detection rates might be there, but the conviction is barely visible. There is hardly any conviction happening in such heinous crimes, where these tourists or the so-called people that refer to as outsiders or non-goers are being let go scot-free, and the police are seemingly very nonchalant about these issues, and so are the politicians. Now, we've also seen this where when such incidents happen, you have a few statements coming in, but there is no concrete action plan or a sort of game plan to really tackle these issues. The max we get are announcements of some new apps or some new sort of tourism, security or police force, but the ground reality hasn't changed much. The locals are still facing the brunt, and the politicians and the police have been quite silent on such issues, where the citizens, the locals, the ones who are actually voting and electing these ministers and MLAs into power, are not seemingly caring enough for their own voters.
Thanks Subhashish. Now Saurabh, I am saying now you ride, you drive, you ride, you drive. Now all these politicians, they have got security, PSOs, drivers and all that. You drive on the road, see the way the coastal belt people are driving. All these rent-a-cars, rent-a-bikes, this is the way to drive. What is this? What is this? What exactly are we trying to go? Why do we need this type of tourism? Ultimately Goa is for Goans. Goans have to be taken a first priority. Goans, don't you think this is what should have been discussed in the assembly? It's not being discussed.
What has happened? We have got all ruling party MLAs, and they feel that they cannot take any issue which is against
which is for Goans.
Are
you saying which is for Goans?
Which is against the government. That's why whatever has happened in.
But who votes them to power? Goans, no?
We have voted them. Whatever on the Harmal issue. The MLA local there is a MGP guy supporting BJP. He is more than the BJP MLA. In fact. So he will not raise any issue which will put the government into trouble. Similar thing has happened in Saligam also. He has joined BJP, and they feel that we should not take up any issue which is against the government. So they keep quiet. That's why all our important issues, as far as our water problem is concerned, I am the worst heated person in February.
How many days water you get for how long you get water?
I tell you, for 15 days we are not having water.
15 days we are not getting. And today the chief minister was saying that no, once Tilari is done, so Tilari is permanently not working?
No, what happened, there was a breach in the canal.
Every year there is a breach in the canal?
Yeah.
And you go to do concrete, it's not possible.
They couldn't open the gate of that Amthani dam.
Yes. Which was not maintained.
Navy divers to do it.
It was not maintained.
It took 4 days to this Pramod Badami, who is the chief engineer of WD in this department.
To accept.
He went there to see it. It happened on Friday. He went there on Monday.
So Friday, Saturday, holiday, no?
Holiday. So he was enjoying.
Correct.
Nobody was aware of that.
There is no extension also.
Yeah, and what about our colony? He had the fag end of the
pipe.
The pipeline.
Correct.
So one day we got water for half an hour. Then from yesterday it has normalized because The water has come to our, we have got a plant in Purballi also, 15 MLD plant. We are getting water from yesterday.
Today I was in the assembly. There were complaints to the ministers that even yesterday water had not come, and the
So
tankers
today
he had promised to take. Tankers were supposed to have sent. So I don't know.
No,
what.
tankers you know you have
Okay,
to,
earlier. Forget about this now. Before that, how often do you all get water? Every day you all get 24 hours, 10 hours, 8 hours, 5 hours.
We
What do you
get for our colony, no,
Mm.
general colony. We have got one tank at Pundik Nagar temple.
Mm.
They release the water at 5 o'clock, 5 a.m.
In the morning.
Yeah.
So you have to get up. A journalist who
If you
goes to
want
sleep
water,
at 3 in the morning has to get up at 5
Okay,
o'clock
okay.
and feel water. Wow, amazing. Amazing
Then it
convenience.
goes up about 7.
Yeah.
And after
2
7,
hours.
yeah. At 8 o'clock again they start that local water,
Mm.
Purballi plant. It is there for 1 hour something.
So this has been happening regularly. It's not 24/7
I'm
what
staying-
that Daulikar has been shouting
No,
about.
no, I am staying there for 42 years.
42 years, Sudhin
Yeah.
Bab Daulikar as PW minister, and now Pramod Bab Sawant as PWD minister. 42 years, and this is happening in 42 years to a journalist.
And the worst thing is
Imagine
that
what is happening to
Not
local
journalist,
people.
journalist colony.
College colony, sorry.
Yeah.
Still
Imagine what is happening to
whole
the
day you ask
local
something,
people.
nobody picks up phone.
And nobody picks up the phone.
Yeah.
See, listen, nobody picks up the phone when a journalist calls saying that there is no water.
Correct.
Yes. Rajan Bab,
See,
now you are today in TMC, you were there with the PWD minister, you are his PA during Congress time.
See,
This was the Congress 2 hours, 3 hours, 25 years back,
See,
2-3 hours a
see,
day.
20
Has it changed over the past 20 years? Anything has
24,
changed?
no, 24 hours, never ending water has been.
Will it ever in our lifetime or our kids'
Forget
lifetimes? I
that.
don't
But
know.
I can tell you when Dr. Willie was the PWD minister, 4 hours to 5 hours water used to be there.
So that is how many years back?
I'm talking about in the 80s.
80. So from 80s to 2004, any change? Become less in fact.
100% has become less because the carrying capacity, as we were talking, has gone up. Now the question is, when we talk of carrying capacity, the basic criteria for the carrying capacity to increase is the conversion of land. Now tell me, which MLA is not involved in getting land converted?
Look at the ads every day. 1 lakh.
Which
change of
MLA?
zone, Fields,
All
change
on
of
it.
zone.
Either they are converting their own lands, or they are agents for big sharks coming in. And therefore, the revolution is not, because people, again I am repeating, have lost confidence in these MLAs. They all know they are playing to the gallery there.
Yeah.
And all are, because today we have so much of setting. We have thrown government when there was no talk of setting.
Yeah, those days there was no setting.
Then nobody knew there was a setting and government would fall. You see? So the question here is, people have lost absolute
Arey,
confidence.
but they vote for the same people like
Yeah, voting is one part and coming out for a revolution is another part.
And the votes are
I have to
increasing.
vote now at the end of
Every
the
year
day.
the votes are increasing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see,
And-
North Goa MP has
Yeah.
come this time by a record margin.
Record margin.
Record. And North Goa is gone. Asagaon is not a it's a colony of Delhi. And more than that, these Asagaon business who come, they are cheating the Goans left, right, and center. I can say with record. They have gone to Labour Commission. We have spoken to Labour. We have spoken. I have personally spoken. They're just cheating them, and they're getting away with
See,
it like with half of the
Asagaon-
hotels and things. I asked checked if they are on the Labour.
Asagaon, if you compare Asagaon with Kalangut, Kalangut is still worse.
Worse.
All the ripraps are there.
Refrap is in Kalangut.
Are there. At least these people there are, I'm not saying they are supposed to be here or gallant them, but okay, who will not be at the street fights and this all
I
this.
don't know. These guys with money are the worst. These Delhiites. Okay.
Okay.
Can we get in Subhashish for 2 minutes? I think. Is Subhashish still there online? Yeah. Anyway, Trajan, you continue till we get. over.
So coming to that, see, this carrying capacity has not happened overnight.
Yeah, of course.
It has been growing and growing by the same fellows.
Yes.
You see, they are either converting their own properties or they are big dalals of some big land mafias.
And these outsiders come here and
You
do
see the-
Dadagiri with us,
you
the
see-
local laborers.
you
here.
see-
This is what is happening. No?
Sometimes back, Justice Gautam Patel in a judgment said that Goa is a land worth fighting for.
Yes.
He has been falling short of saying it is worth dying for.
Yes.
Okay. Yesterday Supreme Court has said,
Yes.
stop this here nonsense
Yes,
of
nonsense.
making. Now they are not Goans.
Yes.
And if our fellows are saying Goankar, and converting
Arey,
it.
but even our Goans are
What
not
is
coming out
happening?
in the open. Yaar. What is this happening?
How can Goans come out
are
in the
not
open?
bothered. Yaar.
No, they are not bothered, but all are same.
Other day there was no water for 3-4 days.
They are not shops, right? Confidence in
Message
the
in our
people.
group. Let us go and meet the engineer. Nobody came.
Even the I mean, journalists.
Yeah.
Nobody will come. Nobody wants to come because they are wasting time. They are saying.
You are
It's
just
all going to
you
go
go to
on.
the story. You are just you go to the nature. Nobody want to come on the street.
Nobody wants to come because people have been taken for a ride.
Yeah.
That's
I
about
don't
it.
think because basically they have lost their
Confidence I told you in the people, in these MLAs and all these
They're
leaders.
scared.
Everybody is playing.
So what do we do now?
Do
So
I go to his
Subhash's
time?
plan?
Believe in me, it is his time.
Yeah, Subhashish, now we were just having a little off-topic discussion, but which actually we are discussing these issues which should be discussed in the assembly, don't you think, Subhashish?
Because they are not discussing in the show. Something is all wrong.
Yeah, okay, I couldn't hear Subhashish. Is he, can you hear? Yeah, okay, now, yeah, sorry Trajan, while we get Subhashish back. Yes.
So you also agree that people have lost confidence in all this?
Is it lost confidence or they don't care?
Ah, yesterday
they
there
want to run to the US and then come back in chains.
No, because see, you go, why they are running?
Finance, because no money, no chance to make
There
money.
is nothing you can do here. Yeah.
There's lots you can do if you want to do and make enough of a noise. But see, suppose I'll tell you one thing. This is what I've seen. Now all these people come out on the streets and go on strike, right? Okay, they don't attack the MLAs to bring up issues on the assembly. They don't do. They come out on the street, and when voting happens, they will vote exactly how they voted last
I'll
time.
tell you.
What is the
You
difference?
go to the villages. Let us consider the village panchayats. Go to the villages, and all these gadas and all that have come up. By whom are they run? By
I don't know,
migrants.
you tell me.
I'm by migrants. If you go there to take a permission, you will not get the permission.
So what do we do? Go there and make a noise there. Yeah, Subhashish, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, some technical glitch, but
Yes.
like rightly what I was saying, the basic amenities, like citizens are asking for the basic necessities, basic safety, water supply, power supply, and internet. These basic things are yet to be addressed and really guaranteed to the citizens. While there may be talks of big development projects and beautifications and statues and stuff like that, the basic smooth road, something where you know when your family member might return home safely without fracturing their leg or in an accident, or if you go to a beach and you move a simple beach bed aside and you are not at the risk of being murdered or heinously attacked by their staff members. So this basic safety and the question on the reliability of the police and the politicians here in the state has been under question for quite some time now.
Subhashish, the issue is even the opposition politicians are not taking up these issues. Now, instead of sitting in the assembly, they may be small because, like, I don't know, the Congress is like it's like a wholesale market. Yeah, it's been sold, they're selling, they're voting, people are voting for Congress and people are buying and going. I don't know where they're going. But the thing is that the balanced guys, instead of the opposition fighting, they're running away. Boycotting is what, yeah? You stay there and make a noise, no, and like get carried away, like how the Philip Neri and all were thrown out. Why are they running away? Now, how is it? Even now, opposition is not happening. Are you seeing that in the assembly today?
Right, the opposition has been seen to be faltering very often this past few sessions where they are not really fighting on issues, they are rather having infighting between themselves and really the buck has just been passing from one to the other and there seems to be no unity. Second, there seems to be no real motivation or a thrust of an attack against the government to really address issues. They are just taking up few issues and they let it die down and the next thing there is no follow-up, there is no discussion on it again to check whether the solution has actually been found.
Yeah, thanks Subhashish, we are out of time. Thank you very much. And Trajan and Sawadbab, closing statements, we are out. we are going back on to the assembly. Yeah.
The closing statement, as I told you, people have a lot of confidence in all these people. They only play at the gallery. At the moment they reach home, all the deals start. And the basic deal, as I have told you, conversion of land, from there the carrying capacity increases. Without that, you cannot have the carrying capacity.
Saurabh,
We get a government which we deserve now.
I agree.
So that is, we have to be blamed for that.
I
If
agree.
somebody is not doing the work, they should be thrown out away. We are electing the same old people, same people are coming, they are not doing anything, their business, their homework, and they go on just like.
Actually, no. 50% of the MLAs in Goa are new every time, almost 50%.
But now they are we are old.
No, but the BJP does it gets new people. Congress also does it gets new people. But those new people also jump. Now that is something that the people should look
The
at.
new people are smarter than the old people.
Yeah,
That is it.
I really don't understand. Anyway, now this is a very, very short assembly session.
And jumping is
which
knowing
none
politics.
of the actual issues of the which the people are facing on a daily basis have come up. None. Carrying capacity very small. It was brought up by the MLA who I don't know who's probably getting affected in the coastal belt because people are getting there. The sarpanches, the panchayats in that coastal belt are, you can say, not supporting the locals. They are against the locals. They are supporting outsiders. This is
Yes.
a direct charge I am making
Yes,
on live
100%.
TV. Thanks, Trajan Bab. Thanks, Saul Bab. And we will be carrying this on about Goa governors, me, Glenn Costa. This is a promise. We will be fighting for Goa, even if the other Goans are not interested. Keep watching Goa 365.